Welcome to the Johnson Foundation of Florida podcast. I'm your host, Byron. Today we got Brian and Tareva in the building. How you guys doing today?
Great.
Pretty good.
Amazing.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So Brian, this has been it's been a while since we've done one of these, right?
Yeah, it's been that first one. What was it? 3 months ago?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
3 or 4 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been slacking. We gotta get back. We gotta back doing this here.
Yeah, you call it slacking. I'll say busy. We've been busy.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to say.
yeah, we have been making some moves actually.
Byron's standard is a little different than most people's. To him, I'm probably slacking. But
Like I was saying off camera, this is something that we want to start doing with all the tenants that are associated with the Johnson Foundation of Florida. So I want to thank you for being the first guest.
Yay, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah. So it'll be good for the people to get to know you a little bit.
Yes.
And I'll learn a little something. Brian knows you quite a bit already, but so I'm excited for it. So first question, King's Care Suite. Where'd that name originate from?
So King's Care started as a product brand because I'm a barber. I've been a barber for the last 11 years.
Okay.
And I noticed that there was a need for products, especially for Black men, to be able to care for themselves. So as a barber, I'm talking to my clients. I'm finding out what they're using. They're using trash on their hair. And so I came up with my grooming line, King's Care. I want to take care of kings, care for them, self-care. And that's just where that started at. So it was a product brand at first. And then as I shifted and I wanted to come over here with you guys, I was thinking, I'm like, what can I name my suite? Like, what is it going to be? It's like, well, duh, King's Care Suite. Like, it made perfect sense. So, yep, that's where King's Care Suite came from.
So how long have you been a barber?
11 years. It'll be 11 years in April.
11 years.
Yes.
Okay, so it started as a product and then you became a barber.
Yeah, well, I started as a barber and then I made my product because I'm taking care of my clients.
Gotcha.
I'm noticing they're not caring for their hair. So they needed a good product to be able to use.
And how'd you hear about the Johnson Foundation of Florida?
A colleague of mine, actually. So I saw him post that he was about to close his barbershop and he was going to get a suite, but then he ended up partnering up with one of his friends. So I messaged him and I said, well, why are you closing? What are you doing? And so I'm kind of thinking about it. He was like, sis, go to this place right now. Call them right now. So I was like, okay. And I kind of waited a day, but then I followed on Instagram. I was like, whoa, okay, this is dope.
Yeah.
And then I hit up Brian and he was on it. So it just worked out so well. I didn't know all this was here though.
No.
I didn't know.
Yeah, this is,
we keep it hidden. It's a hidden gem.
It is a hidden gem.
Yeah, we do most of our marketing obviously on social media. So if you're not on Instagram, you probably won't know much about us. But if you're on Instagram, we try to get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty interesting though, because she basically started with word of mouth. That's how she heard of us.
Wow.
Yep.
Which I hear so much word of mouth every time I'm talking to Byron about people that contacted us. I'm saying word of mouth is still right up there, which is so old school, But obviously, social media is probably the leader. But I would dare to say word of mouth is second.
Yeah, word of mouth is definitely big in business because people take recommendations from those who they trust and those who they like. So you might look good on Instagram, but it's kind of like, I don't know. But once you have someone that that can vouch for them, you want to do business with them now.
It's obvious our reputation for your friend is pretty good.
Yeah, so he didn't get a suite here, but I think that he was considering it. So where he went probably was a good decision for him, but me coming was great. I was so excited. Yeah. So I'm still so excited. I love being here.
So Brian, where are we at now? We got 120 tenants. How many do we have now?
I think with the expansion that included your room, we went from 1 to 4. So we might be up to like 124 now.
124?
Yes.
Okay. How many barbers do we have?
I would say 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But female barbers, then there's a big difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That is rare, I think.
Yeah. And it's rare because I think of the 4, maybe we have, there's either 4 or 5, but 3 of them are female. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's 2 downstairs, the one right around the corner from you. And she's in a dual salon where her partner does women's hair. But we have another new barber upstairs here.
New one, yeah.
And then a gentleman down the hall.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's 4.
4 barbers, yeah.
And none at, we have Polo down there at
The
Hillsborough.
Polo's been doing this thing for a while.
Yeah.
Shout out to Polo.
So we have 5.
Doing this
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. Polo is at the one on Hillsborough?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
You
yeah, I
know
know
Polo?
Polo. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
I
Polo.
feel like to be a barber, like a female barber in particular, I feel like you got to be good.
Yeah,
And
you do
I-
have to be good.
Yeah, I feel like you can't just be average because you ain't gonna have the clientele, right?
Yeah.
So every time I walk by your door, I swear to you, you always have somebody in there.
Yeah.
There's like never a dull time in there.
Or having a good time. I always tell people, especially when I talk to new female barbers, like they'll come because you're cute, but they'll stay because you can cut.
Right.
Like, so being cute only gets you so far. Like, it helps, but it doesn't. Once you,
Yeah,
you know,
it does help probably. I can
it
see
does.
that.
It helps, but if your skills are not up to date, a man is only gonna let you push your hairline back about once or twice, and that's it. It's not going very far. So you got to have the skill for sure.
That's funny.
You can definitely tell her clientele when they arrive and when they leave, they're smiling.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, you can tell they're definitely putting their faith into you
Yeah.
when they come in. So I think you are treating them like kings.
Yeah, I am. We have a good time. And a lot of my clients, because I've been doing this series on my Instagram where I like turn you around, I introduce you, ask you questions. And as I'm going through it, everybody's like, yeah, I've been coming to you like 6 years, 7 years. Like I have a lot of long-term clients. So like a lot of my clients are family. So that's why you might come by, we're in there cutting up because we've been knowing each other for years. So
Right.
it goes from just a business relationship to
Your
now it's
friendship.
family.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I see on your Instagram you do a lot of like, it's not just cutting either. I see you doing a lot of stuff with the face and the steaming and all that, right? I see
Yeah.
you with the razor and everything. So
Yeah.
you got it. You're doing
Yeah,
a
I'm
little bit of
providing the
everything.
King's experience.
Yeah.
I'm using all my products as well. So my shampoos, my conditioners, my beard products, everything.
My barber better tighten up, man.
Yes.
Come on, man.
You'd be surprised. A lot of I have some clients that I don't record everything because they're like, yeah, I'm cheating on my barber because I want to come over here and get this experience.
Yeah, Big
so
Ant,
yeah,
come on, man.
don't require me. Don't they be like, don't record me. But Big Ant is good.
Yeah, it's my
So
guy.
that's why I haven't tried to steal you yet because
Okay.
Big Ant is good.
Yeah, that's my man. Yeah. We've been through, with my hair, man, we've been through a lot together, man.
I understand
It's
that.
been about 10 years now. so.
100% get that.
Back when I was not thinning like I am now, So we had to
That's one of
feel-
my favorite things about being a barber. And not saying like to watch the thinning, but just the growth, like the progress. Like I've seen my clients, I've had to convince
the
clients.
aging.
Yeah, the
aging.
aging. Like I've had to convince them like,
crazy.
okay, baby, it's time to cut it off. We're not doing this anymore. I pulled all my magic tricks out of the bag. We're going bald now. Or just watching the gray. The gray is funny too. Like, and it will happen so fast, like within weeks. I'm like, where did all this white stuff in your hair come from?
Really?
The gray. Yes, for sure.
Something maybe crazy in their life happened and sparked it. Maybe it
I
was stressful. I don't know.
It is possibly.
It's definitely coming your way
Yeah, I know it.
with those kids.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
I'm not
kids
sure
will
it's
do
all
it.
genetic.
Yeah.
I think the stress will put it there.
It's a compound for sure.
Yeah.
So,
That's why I blame mine on the 4 daughters. The gray hair.
Girl, dad'll do it.
yeah,
Stress.
especially once they get a little bit older.
Oh man. Teenagers and then boys and yeah.
Yeah, but my daughters.
You're just getting started.
Yeah, my daughters are not gonna be allowed to date until they're like in college.
That's good. I would agree with that.
yeah, that's how
I
it's gotta
wish
be.
somebody told me that when I was younger.
That's how it's got to be, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't bring them to the
That's
house.
one thing I'm not gonna go for.
Okay, well, they just gonna hide it. If that's what we're about to turn this podcast
Then
to.
you're gonna have to hide it. Then that's fine.
That's horrible. You don't
Nah,
want
I'm
your
sorry.
daughters to hide it from you.
16, 17 years
You
old
don't want
dating?
them to hide it from you.
16, 17, Byron, it's going to be 12, 13,
What?
14, right?
No.
Well, my daughter
having a
did.
boyfriend? 16,
Oh, yeah.
17 years old? I don't know.
When was your first girlfriend? Come on.
That's
Me?
the perfect question to ask.
I think I
Yeah,
had one in first grade.
Yeah, but I'm-
Yes,
yeah, but I'm-
definitely.
Yeah, but I'm different though.
No, you're not different.
My
We're
daughters,
all the
my
same.
daughters are completely different.
So
I'm
I'm
sorry.
like Byron too, yeah.
yeah.
We're all the same. I tell guys that, and that's of course with me being a female in a barbershop talking to men. I'm like, bro, when did you first get your first girlfriend? Like, I don't care. My daughter's not gonna do it.
Right,
She's
exactly.
going to like boys or whoever she decides to like, and you find it out pretty early. Yeah, I'm like you. I had my first boyfriend first grade.
First grade?
Wrote a note. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no? Yeah,
Dang.
that's my dog too.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. Yeah, maybe I might change, but I am a little protective over my daughter.
You should be protective.
My son, I'm kind of like.
No, you better do the same
My
with
son,
him.
come on, man, you can go do your thing.
No.
My daughters?
He's going to have to do it with someone else's daughter. He's going to do his thing with someone else's daughter.
Listen.
It doesn't even make sense.
I can't tell you because I have all girls. But,
I have all girls too, and me and my husband go through this, but he understands. He's a dad, and he for sure is like, no dating.
Exactly.
But he's understandable, Bo, because you don't want to scare them. Like, I remember going to college, and my roommate, once she got on that college campus, all the Sigmas had ran through her before the first quarter.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because she had never experienced anything.
Yeah, that
she was
can't
just
happen
like,
either.
Exactly. That's what you gonna set them up for.
No, that can't happen either. That can't happen either.
Byron's daughters are these cute little princesses.
Yeah,
my 5-year-old is a cute little princess, but my lyric, she's 12 and
how many do you have? You have 2?
We have 3. So
you have 3, okay.
Yep. So the 12-year-old, she'll be 13 in June, and we have interesting conversations.
She's starting to get grown a little bit now.
Yeah, she's in middle school. She's a sweetheart, though, so she still likes to play with her baby dolls, even though now she's starting to want to do hair, which that's a whole other thing. But she is very much so interested in boys. We've talked about it. Dad's had to talk to her about it. Like, you got to control them in middle school. Like, you don't have your hand on them all day. You have to be able to guide them and talk to them so they know what path to go down. Because if you just don't do it, they don't have any guidance from daddy. Not even gonna let the little boys be out there doing anything they want to.
I'm gonna give them guidance. I'm not gonna give them guidance.
I'm gonna give them guidance or you're gonna scare them.
No, I'm gonna tell them that you can't date until you're in college. That's all.
Okay.
That's great advice, in my opinion.
I agree.
Right. I think if you ask 9 guys, they're all gonna say the same thing.
I mean, I'm sure, but
So going back to what you just said, so in connecting it back to your business.
right.
So your daughter is starting to do hair or showing an interest in doing hair?
So my daughter is very ambitious. And because, again, I've been a barber for the last 11 years. She's 12, so she was 1. She wants to do hair. She wants to do nails. She had to do a business plan to come up and tell us what kind of business she wanted. And I'll be probably needing you for this, Barbara. My baby says she wants a 3-story building. She wants 1 floor to be for makeup, 1 to be for hair, and 1 to be for nails.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, baby, well, that's ambitious.
12 years old.
12 years old. So part of me, being an entrepreneur is it's a rewarding journey, but it takes work. And so to get the money up, to get all of that, I'm like, girl, you don't want to just go and be like in cybersecurity or something. You don't want to go and be in tech, where it's taken off and you can get a for sure bag. And she is stuck on hair. And I know it because she sees me. Like, when I got my suite, she was so proud of me. She's like, Mommy, I'm so proud of you. You did so good. She was in there helping me paint the black part on the wall. My baby painted that. So,
nice.
Yeah, I know I'm a good role model for her, but she is ambitious. She wants to do it. So now I'm looking into all the classes to get somebody to make sure she can do it so that when she gets, at least in high school, when it's time for you to get a job, I don't have to send you to McDonald's. You can be doing hair.
Right.
And then we might end up with they have to get my baby a suite next.
Right. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to start them young.
Quite
Gotta
impressive.
start them young, for sure.
Yeah.
So, a little bit about you. Like, where are you from? Are you from Tampa?
I was born at Tampa General Hospital.
You are Tampa native.
I'm a Tampa native.
Wow, okay.
Am I rare?
You are rare.
The only one in Tampa.
Yeah, I don't think
know, right?
nobody in this room is from Tampa.
It usually is like that. So,
Yeah.
and I've just discovered that over the last couple years that a lot of people don't meet people from Tampa.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm like, that's all I know is people from Tampa. But because of what I do, I know so many people that aren't from here. So yes, I was born and raised here in Tampa, Florida. Went to middle school, elementary school, graduated from middle to high school in 2005. Middleton.
So I think I got an idea where that is. That's closer to Hillsborough a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not too far from your other plaza. So if I went up 22nd, made a left on Hillsborough, I'd be right at your other plaza.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Did your education include what you're doing now as a barber? Or?
It did not. So when I graduated from high school, I went down to Miami and I went to Florida Memorial. What was I studying? I think I was doing communications. which makes sense because I love stuff like this. So back then I did want to do communications, but Florida Memorial, if you want to tell your children not to do something, don't let them go to Miami to go to school.
They're going to go wild.
I had fun, but Miami was a good time. It was too much fun. So I came back home. I came back home and I got into corporate America, which was cool, but then I ended up getting in some trouble. And instead of letting that hold me back, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to get my barber license because I already know that the trouble that I got in, I wasn't going to be able to go back into what I was already doing in corporate America. So I just went and got my barber license. I always thought it was cool, though. My dad had a female barber. My coach in high school, my volleyball coach, had a barber license. She was a barber. She actually is a barber teacher at my high school now. So I love Miss Groom. She's so amazing. She's still there. So she was a big inspiration to me to want to be a barber. So once I got that opportunity, I was like, you know what? Let's just do it.
It's crazy because everybody that I talk to, they have these stories of like resilience, right? When I'm talking to these basketball players or whatever, right? You know, you think that they have this straight line to success, and it's never that. Right? It's always you had this obstacle to overcome, that obstacle to overcome. You had a kid, this, that. Your situation you just mentioned, you would never know these things, right?
Yeah.
And these are all pretty cool stories to kind of hear.
Yeah.
How people, and that now, you know, being successful, having your own shop, and constantly being booked, and you know, it's pretty cool to see that you came out on the other side of it.
Yeah. I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah, that's big time. That's good stuff.
You know, here we use certain benchmarks for our pricing.
Oh.
So I'm wondering, like, do you, and part of what we should do, which we haven't started yet, but we should look at our competition maybe and see how we're doing. Other than we keep track of the average square footage price in the area, we don't really do much research. Luckily, we're pretty much 100% occupied, so we know that we're doing something right. But what about a business like yours? I see it as, especially in our building where we have a lot of fashion and beauty businesses, competition must be tough. It looks like you have a different type of business where maybe you don't have that competition, or yours is so unique. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So actually, this question is very big in the barbering industry, right? Because a lot of people I actually just had a conversation about this. Someone was like, oh my God, haircuts are $40. And it's like, yeah, they are starting at $40. Like, you know, just as high as the price of eggs are going up,
steep, yeah.
we got to be able to pay for our own bills. So when I started cutting, I think the haircut was average $15, but that was 11 years ago.
It was $10 at one point.
Yeah, $10. You know,
Yeah,
it was,
$10.
and I think 15 was kind of like, you know, a little bit higher, and then we went up to 20. So I do kind of make my pricing based on a couple different things. One, on the market, so I'm looking at what everyone else is charging. Two, I'm looking at my skill set. I'm good. I just know that. I know that I'm a phenomenal barber. I know that I am punctual. I am professional. My clients are going to come in and have a good time. I'm consistent. When you look at my videos, all of my interviews, the people are saying it's the consistency. So I know that for that, I could charge just a little bit more. And then I add on premium services. So I'm trying to make as much as I can while I have that client in the chair. So I can give you a facial, I can shampoo your hair, I can give you a beard treatment. Then I can add my products on top of that that can help you to care for your hair. So really it's a roundabout thing, but my basic haircut starts at $40. And I feel like that's fair because there's people charging more.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
I think that's
more.
super fair.
Yeah.
I mean, they have these what is it, great cuts, like these
great
these
clips.
walk-in places where it's really cheap, but they cut your hair in 10 minutes and you're out.
Yep.
Half the time they don't even speak to you, and they're certainly not treating you like a king.
Yeah, definitely.
Quite the opposite.
It's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, and that's $20.
Yep.
So $40 to me sounds realistic, especially compared to women's haircuts.
Right. And that's a funny thing. It's funny that you bring that up because I have a lot of women that have tried to come and get their hair cut from me because it is cheaper. So I literally, when I have new clients that book on my site, I will say, hey, how you doing? Looking forward to seeing you. Can you please send me a picture of how your hair is now and the look you're looking to achieve? This lady sent me her hair, and she was like, well, yeah, this is my hair, and when you cut it, you don't have to flat iron it. I was like, ma'am, I'm not flat ironing anything. I'm a barber. Like, you need to go and see a stylist. You need to go to a hair salon. You don't need a barbering haircut. So yeah, they will try and sneak around it because women's styles are much more expensive, for sure.
Yeah, always,
it takes
always a few
more.
$100.
Yeah, it takes a lot more work, for sure. So my time, you're going to spend at least, maybe 30, 45, maybe an hour, depending on what you're getting in my chair.
Yeah. Right. Interesting. Yeah, I liken it to a restaurant. Mm-hmm. When I drive by a restaurant, I look at the parking lot. Mm-hmm. If the parking lot's full, I know they got good food. Mm-hmm. Right? Good food, probably good service.
Yep.
But a barber, to me, from what I see in this building, and or a hairstylist, if I see customers coming in continuously, then I know that's a good business with a good reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 5 stars on Google. 5 stars on Google, 5 stars on Booksy. So, yeah, definitely.
So you pay attention.
I pay attention to detail.
Yeah. And you got some confidence, I see.
I do. I'm so, because you have to. You have to have that when you're in business. You have to know and stand on what you are doing. Because if you aren't confident, especially as being a barber, if you're like iffy, clients will be like, I don't know if I want to go to that person. Like, you come in, you got to be confident.
Yeah. Confidence, that helps with your entire life, regardless
Confidence
of what
is key.
it is, for sure.
I remember when back before I brought you on, there was a few people that came in and they were like, I don't want any other barbers in here. I don't want any other accountants in here. I don't want any, they wanted me to sign a non-compete.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. And we have, like you said, we have 5 barbers. And I feel like the non-compete is non-existent because everybody gets their traffic, everybody gets their clients, I feel like, from Instagram.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like people are coming to our building randomly just walking through trying to find a barber. That doesn't happen. They find us online or they find you online and they come right straight directly to you.
They make the appointment.
You know what I mean? They make the appointment. So
I will say something. Can I say something?
Yeah, absolutely.
I have prime real estate. I can't let you stand on that.
So you're snatching
I
some of this.
have prime real estate. That's why I don't know if you remember, but like when you guys were posting that video, I was like, take that video down. That is my room. Nobody can get it. I have
funny.
prime real estate, so I do benefit from the traffic. So I think
picked up a couple clients from it.
Yeah, like. No lie, I came in the other day and me and my client were laughing. If you notice on my door now, I have my business cards on my door.
Yep.
The cards were gone.
Right.
The cards were gone.
Oh, snap. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tracking it. There's like 25 people. I count the cards when I put them in there.
So you definitely got prime real estate.
So I have prime real estate because people are walking by and they're seeing it. So I do think that a building like this could benefit. Someone could benefit depending on how they advertise themselves in their positioning.
Yeah.
So like over there, I don't know if people, those first ones, those are prime real estate, and people should just pay attention. Like the clear door is perfect. Like
I think you got the primest real estate though.
I probably do.
Like you can't enter the building or leave it without.
You can't.
You
they enter it, and then I'm gonna get I'm not a receptionist thing right there because that is the downfall. Like everybody stops and asks me for directions.
Oh, they do. Okay.
I don't mind it though.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, like, how has Instagram played a role in your marketing? Is that your primary source of clients outside of what we just spoke about, or do you have another way of getting clients, or is Instagram the number one?
So I do a lot of things. I do post on Instagram. I post on Instagram a lot. My husband is holding me to a 2 to 3 times a day criteria. I haven't done that one yet, but I try to. I get a lot of content, but it can be overwhelming. It just kind of post a lot, but I do get a lot from Instagram. I pass out my cards a lot. Word of mouth, like we were just saying earlier, that's probably the biggest one for me. Like people like, hey, my sister, my brother. I seen this guy at the golf course the other day and his haircut was fly and I got it from him. And then I also have an email and text marketing list. So whenever people come to me, that's how I keep up, that's how I keep my retention up. So I'm making sure that like once they haven't been to me within like 2 to 3 weeks, I'm like, hey, it's time for you to get a haircut. Okay. So I'm using all of those marketing for sure.
All right, so it ain't just Instagram. You got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of everything.
Sounds like you have a business partner, your husband.
Yeah, my husband.
He's mandating your
He is
your
my business
criteria.
partner, especially when we're out and we're like selling products and stuff.
So what does he do?
He's an insurance adjuster.
He's in the insurance space.
But he used to be a barber. That's how we met.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a barber. And then after COVID, we actually bought our home.
So hold on. So that's how you guys met? Was
That's how
in
we
the barbershop?
Yeah, that's how we met. He used to be a barber with the shop that I used to work at. He used to work with them. So he would come into the barbershop all the time, flirting with me. And he is such a jokester. Like, if you meet him, he is like the biggest jokester ever. And me being a female in the barbershop, if I talk to every man that said something to me, like, I'd just be talking all day. So I would just ignore him. And one day, he posted something on Instagram and the guys were talking about it in the shop. I said, well, let me go and follow him and see what he's talking about on Instagram. And then I posted something. I was single, very single. And he was like, well, you won't let me take you out. And I was like, you don't want to take me out. He was like, yes, I do. Okay. And he was like, why you don't believe me? Because I play so much. I said, yes. He said, well, I'm serious. I want to take you out. And yeah, it's been... Let my friends tell I've been in love ever since then, before our first date.
Well, and he has some business interests too, from what I hear. He knows a little bit about podcasts.
Oh, yes. So they have their podcast, their sports podcast. And again, he was a barber. So he was a barber for 10 years when we got together. Okay. So he kind of got burnt out on it and wanted to be able to make some more money. Yep. That's really what it was. Because COVID, I know we talked about that before. COVID kind of shifted the industry when it comes to that, because barbers really technically weren't supposed to be in the barbershop. Okay. All of that. And we just bought our house. He was like, yeah, I need some more stable money. And he's a retired veteran. So he was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go get me a job.
So you're a veteran too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Air Force.
He was in the Air Force? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep.
I was Army.
He was Army, yeah. And your daughter's in the...
a daughter in the Air Force.
Oh, nice. Yep.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to meet your husband.
Yeah, I'm surprised you. Well, yeah, you guys do have to meet him. Remember, we have something to talk about. His other business, Big Back Cuisine.
Yeah. Big Back Cuisine.
Yeah, she's wondering if she could potentially bring some food to the plaza. So I got to talk to you about that.
Yeah, sure.
On Saturdays.
Food truck, right?
Yeah, he has a barbecue trailer.
Barbecue trailer,
yeah.
You need to bring him to our basketball events.
Yeah, I know you told me that. Yeah, for sure.
We had 750 people. Have you seen the pictures?
I haven't seen them yet, but I saw somebody post. I think it was TK. I saw post.
Yeah. Listen, we had 750 people.
Really?
In the building.
So where did you? Because the last time we talked, where did you do it at?
We did it at Leto Gymnasium. Bro, we had, I don't know, 10 famous people in there, 10 athletes. You had Leonard Fournette was there, DRC was there, 94 Point Run, the DJ from 90.1 was there. I mean, we had...
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we won. I mean, it was...
Won by a bit, I heard.
Yeah, we won by 20. We was up 30.
Yeah.
We really supposed to,
I heard,
Yeah, but, when you get up 20, it's hard to stay focused. But
yeah, win's a win.
Yeah, but we can go on that.
That's nice. That's really dope.
Yeah, but to your point there, we should definitely...
got to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, you got 700 and something people coming in and out that we made. There was a lot of money we made. We made over $1,000 in concessions.
I wondered. I saw
I think probably 1,300 in concessions.
I saw a bunch of purchases.
Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, for sure. And even when I'm telling him about here, because I kind of reached out to some of the girls. I love being in this building too, because we've all been networking. So everybody has been like, so supportive. I've had people actually send me clients. That's another thing from being in here. Like, I cut a couple of the women's husbands, their sons, they send their people to me. So those same people, I message them like, hey, my husband's cooking. Would you like for him to bring some food? And I have maybe 10 orders just from sending it out in here, and they all ordered and they delivered it up here. So yeah, this will be real good. Yeah. Big Back Cuisine. You got to try it. It's real good. Did you look at the Instagram?
Well, I think I did look at the trailer.
Yeah. It's real good.
If you're a new barber, right, pretend you're a new barber, what advice would you give yourself as a new barber?
Save money every day out of whatever you make, for sure. That's my first tip. Save your money.
Pay taxes or just save it?
Save it but just save your money, period. So if once you get to that, and then when you're an entrepreneur, we already know you can kind of figure your way out through your taxes, especially if you have children, things like that. Right. But if I could do anything 10 years ago, I would be saving money every single week and never touching it. Because when you're an entrepreneur, when you're thinking about retirement, where is that money going to come from?
That's a good point.
Where's that money going to come from? So I would definitely say that, and I would say stay consistent. So when you're a new barber, like it can get kind of antsy, like sitting in the barbershop and waiting for people to walk in. But that's where you're going to make your money at, by being patient and being consistent and having a good rapport. Be nice to people. Like if you're nice, even if you mess up a haircut, somebody will give you another chance just because like, oh, it was so cool, man. I'm going to give you another chance. But if you are like not talking to them and you're rough and you already it's not a good haircut, yeah, they're not going to come back.
Yeah. That's what I noticed with barbers. Like a lot of times they're very friendly. They always try to strike up a conversation. They want to get to know you. They want to build that rapport. Probably so you keep coming back and, you
Yeah,
become
and just
family.
as we like people too, though.
Yeah.
We
like you've
people.
done. Yes, you said, but a lot of your clients, 6-7 years, they've been going to you?
6-7 years. Like I split them up between were they here before or after I had my baby. Because when I had my baby, I was out for 11 months. And some of them, like, they were texting me while I'm on maternity leave, like, dang, you still not coming back? Like, I'll be back. But some people, I went on maternity leave. The week that I came back, I was completely booked because my clients were waiting on me. So,
Nice.
yeah.
So as a barber, like, with such a busy schedule, seems like you work the weekends and you're working late nights, early, sometimes you guys are in the morning as well. How do you maintain like a healthy work-life balance?
By being structured, for one. So I don't work that many late nights. When I first started out being a barber, I grind. I worked from 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday. Well, actually some Sundays too. I would work all the time. But then I noticed like my daughter, she was really young and she was acting up at school. I'm like, oh my God, she needs mommy more. So I cut back. So I don't work as much. So I'm 10 to 5 Tuesday and Wednesday, 10 to 7 on Thursday and Friday, and then 10 to 5 again on Saturdays. But I'm also very flexible. So like next week, my daughter has a family day at school. I probably won't be in. I may or may not come. I don't know. It depends on what we do after that. Or like yesterday, I was off. I picked my baby up early from school. We're going to go have ice cream. Or like when I had to set up the suite, I brought my daughter in with me. Come on, we're going to spend time together. It was my birthday. My friends were here. That was my birthday party. Actually, it was kind of lit. You guys should have came. We were out there. Like if you would have saw on the cameras on my birthday, December 8th, we were in here. All my friends were here. We were painting. We were putting stuff together and all of that. So I include the people that I love when I'm working. I make sure that they're there. My daughters are usually here with me. I don't bring Lyric as often because I know we don't want to have kids just around, but she comes sometimes when she could just sit in there with me. But yeah, I make sure that I make time for that and then make it time for my husband. So we always try to make sure we have our date nights and things like that. We host a lot, so we're very, we have a lot of friends and family around us all the time. So whenever I need to take off, I will take off,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, it's funny because one reason you go into business for yourself is to have that kind of flexibility. Like you said, if your daughter has something going on, maybe you just don't schedule anything that day.
Yep.
But, a lot of the jobs today, you're punching a time clock.
Yeah.
And you can just walk in and walk out.
Yeah.
One thing I've told people in the past, my father had his own business, and I would always see him working like all hours of the day and night, like crazy, and he was never around, including the weekends. And I said to him, I said, Dad, why do you have your own business? You can just work for so-and-so and just get a paycheck. He's like, I can close that door whenever I want.
Yep.
And I looked at him, I said, but you never do.
Yeah.
You're always gone. It sounds like you are the opposite. When
Yeah.
you've got to the point, sounds like in the beginning you have to put in quite a bit, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but now, and I can obviously tell you understand the importance of your children and being there.
Yes, I
Being
definitely
there
do.
when they need you.
And having a balance with my husband. So we're a really good team to be able to make sure that I'm not overworked. So I am able to say, hey, I'm going to take this time off to be able to spend it with the kids or doing whatever it is that I need to do. So that's important. And even the flexibility of taking care of myself, like the work-life balance, it doesn't just include family. So like I used to come in at work at 9 o'clock, but I would always say I don't have time for the gym. So I changed my schedule to 10 so that when I drop the girls off, I can automatically go to the gym. I kind of just compounded that right on into each other. Because if not, you got to take care of yourself too.
Yeah.
Put your face mask on first.
I have one last question.
Okay.
What?
Do you do your own hair?
Yeah, so I did
Because
this.
it looks really nice.
Thank you so much.
yeah,
Thank you so much. I did do this. I don't always do my own hair because I do hair all day. I'm actually about to make a funny reel about that because I was like in there washing my hair and I like had my steam going. I was just like, this is crazy. I'm trying to give myself the same experience that I give my clients. But I do my hair sometimes, but I definitely go to my girl Dreads by C. She is amazing.
Where's she at?
She has her own salon out in Sefner.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but I've been going to her for 8 years now.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm never going to anybody else.
She do a good job.
She does. She does a great job.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, when you switch up on barbers, you definitely feel like
It's a
you're
big
cheating on
change.
them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You know,
Don't cheat on your barber.
unless it's with you, right?
You're right. Yeah, I won't tell.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's great.
I want to give you the floor, give you an
Okay.
opportunity to speak to your followers, your
Okay.
fans, or whatever, and
Okay.
you know.
All right. So my name is Tareva Woodard. I am the owner and founder of King's Care and King's Care Suites. If you would like to come through for a luxury grooming experience, I would love to take care of you. You can follow me at King's Care Suite on Instagram, or you can check out the website at kingscare.com. That is care with a K. And I would love to be able to provide you with luxury grooming services.
Wow, you're pretty good. TK told me you were good.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was that good. He's just
Yeah.
on demand, just one.
Yeah,
one.
I got it, man. I'm
Yeah.
trying to perfect it.
Yeah,
Trying to perfect
yeah,
it.
you definitely got it.
Yeah.
You definitely got it. Tareva, thank you so
you for
much
having
for
me.
being our very first guest.
Yay.
You know, I wish you the best of luck in business. Obviously, you're killing it.
Yes.
And more to come. Looks like you got some little ones on the way as well that are going to jump into the
Yeah,
business
man.
eventually too. So I
Raising up
wish-
little entrepreneurs.
Yeah, so I wish everybody the best of luck, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.